All praises and glory to Yahawah Bahasham, Yahawashi Bahasham Ha Rakah Kodash. Double honors to our apostle elders, which rule great millstone well, and shalom to the hopeful elect of the nation of Israel. May you endure unto the end. Shalom wa abababal. Alright, this is Matthew 25, verse 23, and it's from the parable of the servant. The parable of the 10 virgins, but then after he goes into that, he goes into parable of the talents, which you have different examples of servants, right, that remain faithful to the amount that was given to them, except for the one that was cast into utter darkness because he hid his talent. But the one I'm going to stay with, the point, is verse 23. It says in Matthew 25, verse 23, his Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord, which this is what we're hoping for. When Yahawashi returns, that he embraces us like this, right? But I wanted to get the faithful part in this verse, right? Faithful, which is pistos.
Strong's G 4103, pistos. Pistos.
It says trusty, faithful, of persons who show themselves faithful in the transaction of business, the execution of commands, or discharge of official duties. One who kept his plight faithful, worthy of trust, that can be relied on, easily persuaded, believing, confiding, trusting. In the New Testament, one who trusts in Yahawah's promises, which you have to be an Israelite to receive these promises. One who is convinced, and you got to trust in Yahawashi, Yahawashi, and his son Yahawashi. You can't access the power of Yahawah through any other name but Yahawashi. One who is convinced that Yahawashi has been raised from the dead. One who is convinced that Yahawashi has been raised from the dead. Apostle Paul, he was beheaded for going out and teaching that Yahawashi was raised from the dead. It says, one who has become convinced that Yahawashi is the Messiah and author of salvation. See, so faithful in what? In faith. We have to be faithful in faith until the end. This is the root word.
Strong's G 3982. Pytho.
Persuaded, to persuade, i.e., in other words, to induce one by words to believe. So that brings me to Romans 10, verse 9. It says that if thou shalt confess with thy mouth the Lord Yahawashi, and shalt believe in thine heart that Yahawah hath raised him from the dead, thou shalt be saved. For with the heart man believeth, talking about with the mind, unto righteousness. So it's accounted unto you righteousness if you believe in Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. And with the mouth confession is made unto salvation. So these are the elect men that are going to be singing that song. Revelation 14, verse 3, and they sung as it were a new song. And it's not new because it's a different song that nobody heard. It's a song that's been on this earth forever, but it's been mistranslated, misrepresented, misinterpreted. All right? It says, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts and the elders, and no man could learn that song, which is this prophecy, but the 144,000 which were redeemed from the earth. And these elect men, right, that believe in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi and that are teaching Yahawah Shem Yahawashi faithfully are the ones that are going to be saved in Revelation 7 and 4. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and they were sealed once they believed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the sons of Israel. But then you're going to have a great multitude of Israelites that actually see what we're doing and begin to believe that the power is working with us. And after this I beheld, and lo, a great multitude which no man could number, of all nations and kindreds and people and tongues, stood before the throne and before the Lamb, clothed with white robes and palms in their hands, and cried with a loud voice, saying, and who taught them to say this was the prophets, because the prophets are worshiping Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. So these that are on Isaiah 4 and 1, you got the women that are going to cleave to the elect men as wives. And then you got Isaiah 14 and 1, which you're going to have Israelites that are, believing different things, that they're going to come into the realization that what we're saying is true. And they're going to learn from the hopeful elect to praise Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. It says, and cried with a loud voice, saying, salvation to our power, through his son Yahawashi, which sitteth upon the throne, and unto the Lamb. The Lamb is Yahawashi. See, so we're going to teach them to praise Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. That's what we're doing. We worship Yahawah Shem Yahawashi through the Spirit, and we're teaching whoever of the Israelites could receive this, whether they look like a so-called black man, whether they look like a so-called white man. The image of a man don't really matter. It's talking about faith. If you have faith in the words which are prophetic in the Holy Scriptures, which Yahawashi is the word, and it's the word of Yahawah, which it's prophetic of Yahawashi's soon return, all right, then you're an Israelite, and as it says, you better not hide your talent. You better be a good, faithful servant. And I speak to myself first. And in fact, that's what caused me to go into this. The head brother of our camp, he put this up as the verse of the day came up. And I was wondering, good and faithful servant. What is a faithful servant? A faithful servant is easily persuaded, and he's out there persuading them for his master. See? So we must endure into the end. Shalom wa abababam.